right, what's going on, everyone? You know the drill. Dave.
And Dave.
All right. Hope everyone had a good holiday. We're going to come at you quick. So it was a huge college football weekend. That was just unbelievable. First of all, we were just talking about this, about possible upsets.
No, you were talking about the possible upsets, and you were absolutely fucking right.
Ohio State just demolished
Michigan.
Wolverines, my ass. Those were the kitten claws they had on.
You should be ashamed of yourselves.
I mean, they number one defense in the nation.
Look like the last place defense.
62 points.
Couldn't stop the same play.
Okay.
That crossing shit, it worked all the time.
Harbaugh, are you serious? No one on your staff could fucking figure that shit out and go to a zone? Or your own announcers on the fucking game were saying you should have switched to a zone. You never switched to a zone to counter the crossing patterns. Your D-backs are running into each other that entire game, first and second half. Okay? That's on the coach.
It was a pitiful display.
It was pitiful. And not for nothing, Ohio State still gave up 39 points, but their defense showed it when they had to make stops.
Yeah, but their defense is notoriously bad.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I wasn't even shocked by that. But I was just shocked about the Michigan defense not showing up at all.
Ridiculous.
And number 28, Jesus, hand back in your scholarship.
Thank you.
Good Lord.
You gotta tip your hat to Dwayne Haskins Jr. First of all, breaking Drew Brees' record. All right, you saw a record that has stood since 2000 when Brees was with Purdue. Okay, 41 touchdowns for the season thrown. We're not counting what he's run for. Okay, that's utterly ridiculous, and over 4,000 yards in the air.
Dwayne Haskins Jr. is trash. Let me tell you, he's garbage. He's throwing the wide open receivers. How many touchdowns did you see when he threaded the ball in there? They were wide open. There wasn't a. I know it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I know it doesn't matter.
There ain't gonna be no asterisk there.
There's no asterisk. I understand that.
Okay,
but let's not say that Dwayne Haskins is nice. He's not. He's not.
I'm giving him props just for this fact because, all right, huge difference between college and pros. But how many of Mahomes' receivers been wide open, but everyone's giving him all the credit in the world.
Right.
So right now, I'm giving Dwayne Haskins Jr. all the credit in the world, and his name should be in consideration for the Heisman Trophy at the end of this year.
Heisman Trophy.
Yes. 41 touchdowns in the air, over 4,000 yards passing.
I guess so.
He still has to connect.
I guess so.
I know what you're saying when it comes to threading the needle.
It's not even threading the needle. He has to just loft the ball in there because these guys have no one around them. It's insanity.
This is really his first full year starting. Okay, so I got to give him credit where credit's due. I didn't think that Ohio State had it in him to beat Michigan. Not only did they beat him, you really have to thank Dwayne Haskins for that. 41
touchdowns and 4,000 yards is very impressive.
Yes,
so as far as that goes, as that being better than everybody else, I don't know. I haven't really kept up with the other quarterbacks, but those are impressive numbers.
Look, I think you can put him right up there with Tua from Alabama right now. Tua's throwing the wide open targets too.
He's throwing the wide open targets. That kind of stuff doesn't really impress me. The wide open targets that you're throwing to.
At the end of the day,
my most impressive
the final numbers of what all these committees
listen. The numbers are what they are.
Gotta hand it to them.
And they're better than everybody else. You should go for the Heisman.
Exactly. So, next big one. Oklahoma Sooners versus the Tigers of LSU.
Texas A&M versus Tigers.
You're absolutely right. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Texas A&M versus Tigers. You know, here's the thing. This is exactly why. This game right here is why you do not celebrate before the clock reads all zeros. They're over here dumping Gatorade on Orgeron's back like they won something in regulation. And what happened? What happened?
They come right back.
4-7 overtimes. 7. I mean, a ridiculous 74 to 72 at the end of this thing. Now, granted, overtime in college ain't what it used to be. They're trying to protect these kids. I get it. They're starting them on like the 35-yard line in enemy territory.
It's basically made to keep going.
It is, but you still got to look at that 7 overtime. So at no point was defense played in this game.
Right.
I mean, what do you take away from that?
I mean, I'm surprised that LSU allowed 74 points to get ran up on them. I'm still shocked at that. I didn't see the game. Remember, I was messed up on Thanksgiving, but just looking at the score, I couldn't believe that LSU allowed. There was even a participant in this game. Oh. Now Texas A&M, this is once a season for them.
Yes,
but I was surprised that LSU even came out, and I was surprised that the quarterback could actually throw for that amount of yards, and for them to score that many points.
That was utterly ridiculous. So my Fighting Irish finished the year off 12-0, but as I predicted, they were going to have trouble playing USC.
Yeah, at the half it was what tied.
At the half they had
it was
down by 3
or something.
It was 10-7. They were down by 3 at the half.
Yeah.
I mean, USC got off to a 10-0 start. It was almost halfway through the second quarter before the Irish put up some points.
Right.
But they managed to end the game on a 24-7 run.
Yeah. When I started watching it, it was like the middle of the second quarter. I was shocked. I was gonna call you. I was like, "Yo, Dave," but USC
you would have run into a very upset day.
I'm sure I would have. But the USC did what USC does this whole season, which is give up the game, and that's exactly what happened. Yeah.
But it was close. So that's exactly where I'm happy that Notre Dame is in the conversation for the college football playoffs. But if you're gonna make a game against an inferior team that USC is right now, you really got no shot when you go up against teams like Alabama, Clemson, or whoever at this point. We're going to jump on that right now. The college football playoff rankings.
Hold on, before you get into that.
Yo.
Now, I know, so is Dwayne Haskins the most impressive quarterback you've seen this year?
No, I still give the most impressive quarterback play to Tua Tagovailoa. I'm sorry. I'm
Tua?
Really? Yes. Only because of this reason, okay? You're talking a lot's expected of him. He's coming off of a championship game where very little was expected of him after he replaced Jalen Hurts. All right? And to add fuel to to add to my argument, he's a short dude. Okay? He's throwing over those offensive linemen for Alabama. You're talking about guys at 6'4", 6'5", 6'6". Those are beasts in front of him.
You think he's going to make a good pro?
That remains to be seen. There are not many guys his height that turn pro that have success. I mean,
there's one. There's one right now who's killing people. You know he has one fucking interception. He really that shit.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on. Let's go on.
All right. So getting back on the college football playoff rankings for this week. No shock. Top 3: Bama, Clemson, and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Number 4 is Georgia. 5, Oklahoma, and number 6. Ohio State University. So now we're going into what we've been talking to a couple of weeks now. This is exactly why you have to look at expanding the football playoffs for college to 8 teams, because the top 6 alone deserve to be in this conversation.
Yeah, this scenario is going to be interesting.
It's going to be very interesting.
Either Georgia or Alabama are going to lose,
and one of them is going to be out. I'm sorry. If Alabama loses to Georgia, they're out
of the playoff.
Yes,
you're wild.
I'm not.
You're wild
because you got to talk. Let's look at this.
Because all the rest of these people after Notre Dame have losses.
Clemson don't got no loss. Oh, you said after Notre Dame. You're right.
After Notre Dame got losses.
Okay, but here's the thing: if Georgia beats Bama,
right?
Georgia trumps Bama. At least in standings for the college football playoffs.
All right. Right.
You got to look at Ohio State's impressive win against Michigan State.
They're not going to jump Bama into the top 4.
I'm not saying they're going to jump Bama into the top 4. Just hold on for a second.
Okay.
Hold on for a second. Let me just finish this train of thought.
All right.
They're going to easily handle Northwestern University for the Big Ten championship.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Northwestern leads.
And I got to give Oklahoma the edge over Texas for the Big 12.
Okay.
Okay. So if the other teams that have conference games win out,
right, which is the next game.
Exactly. Again, this is why you're going to run into a lot of problems, and you got to expand to 8 teams. If you still leave Alabama in and they lose their conference game, these other teams win their conference championships, you're going to have people screaming bloody murder.
Okay, people would just scream bloody murder because that's not happening. Georgia could dump truck Alabama by 60. All right, and they're not coming out that top 4.
It's not. It's highly highly improbable that Georgia is dumping anywhere near that amount of points on Alabama.
They're gonna lose.
They're gonna lose. But on the chance that Georgia wins, this is where you're gonna have everybody up in arms. If next Tuesday, Bama is still sitting there at 4, and you got Ohio State and
Ohio State barely beat Maryland. All right, the other day.
Absolutely correct.
It's all about the best 4 teams. Not in anybody's imagination is Ohio State or Oklahoma better than Alabama. They could jump Georgia.
Well, unfortunately, we're not in that committee.
Right.
Okay. So we're gonna have to wait and see what the committee says. Ultimately, we got to wait for these games to be played out.
Right, okay? Which is Georgia versus Bama.
Yeah, at the end of the day, Georgia may not even be in this conversation come this time on Sunday.
Right.
Okay, we got to wait and see what happens with these championship games. Again, and this is again why you're gonna have people screaming about Notre Dame, because they don't have a conference championship game. So again, as a fan of Notre Dame, I'm happy that they're in, but I understand people's point of view. They don't have a conference championship. Other teams do. If they win a 12th game, if they win a 13th game, and their team gets left sitting out in the cold, yeah, I can see the argument. So, College Football Playoff Committee, whoever's on there, NCAA, y'all need to talk about expanding this to 8 games, okay? Mm-hmm. It's obviously been a nice run. We've had some upsets in the college football playoffs so far. And you had Ohio State winning the very first one.
True.
Okay.
True that.
You Clemson's been there. Alabama's been there. It's been fun, but right now you have a legitimate argument for all 6 of these top teams to be considered for the playoffs. So fair is fair at the end of the day. We have 4 spots. You got to fight over 4. Technically, they're fighting over 3 because Notre Dame's in regardless.
Right. Right. I agree with you. They're gonna have to change it to 8.
Mm-hmm.
There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. I don't know why we even going into further notion about this. That it has to be 8, but it's not right now, and it is what it is.
Right. But if Georgia wins, I want to see how this plays out.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
So stay tuned.
It's gonna be interesting.
All right. Now, NBA.
Right.
Yo, NBA is crazy right now.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's going on that we didn't see coming.
Like Houston sucking.
Boston sucking. Now, Boston's still in the top 7, but they had 1 game over 500.
Got beat by the Knicks the other day. The fucking Knicks.
Anyway, so you're top 5 right now. And we're going top 5 because these are the most impressive records so far at damn near the 20 game or 22 game, depending on which team you're looking at here, mark. Okay, we're basically a quarter of the way through the season.
Right.
All right. So you got Toronto sitting at the top of the Atlantic.
Right.
Top of the East. 18-4. No doubt Kawhi is playing a huge role in that, regardless of how much he may rest.
I mean, are they always the top team?
But they're doing it convincingly. They're beating teams that are going to be there at the end of the day.
Hit me when they get to the playoffs. That's the only thing I want to. Let me show me you don't fold in the playoffs.
All right, that's a fair bet. Milwaukee is knocking people's socks off.
Now that's who I'm impressed with.
Okay, Budenholzer going from Atlanta, where he had basically no talent, and going to a team that had all the talent. I mean, guys like Chris Middleton are stepping up.
Yeah, sure. Okay, he is the top flight guy.
Yeah,
and Adetokounmpo, he's hurt right now, right? He's playing through it or something.
And Brook Lopez is bringing another dynamic to that team. That in his long career, he's really opened up that floor, especially since he has that nice 3-point shot for some of that 7-foot plus. You normally don't see big men taking that shot.
Yeah.
Sixers.
Yeah, they're doing well.
They're doing well.
Took us out last night.
Yep.
Ridiculous.
That was a monkey salsa for the Knicks.
Had to turn the channel on that one, buddy.
Pacers is one of the teams I called when we did our NBA preview.
Yes.
Early on, I said they're going to be up there. They made some nice additions. So far, so good. And the Pistons.
Another team. We lost to them, too.
Who's the coach of the Pistons there?
The dude from Toronto.
Uh-huh.
All right. Yeah, Dwayne Casey. The coach for the Pistons.
Oh, my God.
But, like I said, he's going to have to prove to me what Toronto has to prove to me. That in the playoffs, he doesn't fold. And
True. But I also said going to Detroit, he had the big men to score down low.
Yeah.
That always folded. And okay, fine. You always ran into Cleveland. Doesn't matter. Your big men folded it in the big games in the playoffs. I don't see that happening with guys like Drummond and Griffin.
Well, Griffin is soft, so I do see that happening with Griffin.
Offensively?
No. Offensively, he's great. He's soft in the heart area. That's what I mean. He's a light skinned dude, you know.
So you call him a little bitch?
Yeah, he's a hoe ass.
Okay, he's a hoe ass. All right, but still, between Reggie Jackson on perimeter, he's got
a good squad. And the second team seems to be the team that's running up the score.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they got a decent bench, and they finally got a legitimate head coach. I'm sorry, Stan Van Gundy was poisoned. He ain't been good since God knows when. Basically, since he lost the reins in Miami.
Yeah,
okay, when Pat Riley kicked him out of Miami. That's it. He ain't been good since. Now, going out west.
Surprise of the season.
Clippers?
Fucking Clippers.
I mean, okay, fine. It's one fewer win than Golden State right now, but percentage points, they
beat Golden State.
They beat Golden State. Of course, we all know which game that was.
Oh, yeah.
The argument game.
Yeah.
Okay. We got the Warriors at 15-7. They're about to get Steph back. So, I mean, they've been 5-5 without him.
Let's not even get into them. Denver. Oh, my goodness.
14-7.
Yeah, who would have thought that?
Dude,
they still got our players.
Yes, they do.
Thanks a lot. Fucking Melo.
OKC at 13-7. And, dude, look at Westbrook. Just broke J. Kidd's record. What was that for?
He's balling, son.
I mean, shit.
Okay, well, let's
and then
balling.
Portland is 13-8. Portland. This is a team that traded away certain key players. And between Lillard and oh damn, why can't I think of the other cat's name?
I don't know.
Shooting guard. Don't matter right now. They balling.
No idea.
Okay? It's incredible what's going on in the league right now. Both Boston Celtics and the Houston Rockets are garbage right now. Houston is 2 games from the bottom in the West.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
When you're in the same sentence as teams like fucking Phoenix and Sacramento.
And Melo was gone, so you can't really blame him.
No, Melo's been gone for what, 5-6 games now?
Yeah, and y'all lost 4 in a row.
Oh my God, utterly ridiculous. So. Shows you anything can happen in the NBA, but right now, as we thought it was going to turn out, it ain't turning out.
Yeah.
Long season left to go. Obviously, there will be some trades at some point. You saw Korver went to Utah.
Yeah.
All right. More.
He gets
more
passed
proof.
around like a diseased trumpet.
Yeah. We're gonna leave it there. But yes, he does get passed around. But that doesn't take away from the legitimacy that he brings to a team, especially from the perimeter. When he's on fire, he's on fire.
Yeah.
And 3-point shots just seem to drain in for him. Now you got the whole situation with Fultz. They don't know what they want to do with him in Philly. And now because Korver got dealt away from Cleveland, which was one of the proposed landing spots, now they're talking about trading him to the Chicago Bulls. Really? I don't want him.
Wow.
If Gar Forman and John Paxson make a trade for Markelle Fultz, I might just become a Knicks fan.
Oh, I doubt that. But you weather the storm.
Oh my God.
You weather the storm.
I can't even fathom that. All right, NFL time, baby. So, DW called this weeks ago. We listed our top 5 teams in the league. And he gave props to the Los Angeles Chargers and Phillip Rivers. And goddamn, they're for real. They're 1 game behind the Kansas City Chiefs in the West.
Yeah.
And they got two matchups with them.
I think they still play them. They in the same division.
Yes.
They in the same division.
So, goddamn. Who would have thought that you would have had this much offensive power in the AFC West?
Not me. And, Denver's not even bad. They're not a bad team.
They're not bad, but they need a QB. I'm sorry.
They do.
I mean, wow. It's just amazing. Phillip Rivers has shaken off all that rust that he may have had from the move from San Diego. He's just leaving all doubters aside.
Yeah, he's balling right now.
He is.
He's balling right now. He missed 2 passes.
That's about it.
The other day, I mean, to me, Phillip Rivers has always been the third guy out of that.
Roethlisberger, man.
Yeah. And I mean third guy because people don't recognize him. But he's nice, and he's always been nice.
Very nice.
He's always been nice.
And mind you, now because Eli's streak is on, he has the longest streak.
Yeah.
As far as starting
he
QBs.
Played with a torn ACL, and he got 7 kids.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
All right, so NFC East, toss a coin.
I don't think so. I think it's Dallas's to lose.
You may be right. Everything depends on what happens tonight against the Saints, because the Saints could just, pardon an old expression from back in the day of The Rock, the Saints can lay the smackdown on their candy ass.
Yeah, and I hope they do.
Okay. I hope so too. Like I said,
but I doubt it.
Anytime Dallas loses, I'm a happy man.
Yeah, I doubt it though.
But
I think Dallas might win this game.
We'll wait and see. You know, it's going to be offense against offense. Dallas's offense has been clicking.
Yeah, it's been clicking.
But you're going to disagree with me on this.
What's up?
Okay. I got to eat some crow on the Cooper trade from the Raiders to Dallas.
Yeah.
I still don't agree with it being a first-round pick when you see what other teams got, okay, or had to get rid of for receivers to join their squads. But Cooper has found some sort of rejuvenation in Dallas, whether it's the uniform, whether it's the scheme he's in, and even if the passes aren't all going to him, he's opening up that field. Ezekiel Elliott's able to run for stupid yardage right now. And you tell me a team that's really stopping him in the last 4 weeks.
It's the team he's playing against. He had okay games the game before this Thanksgiving game, but the Thanksgiving game, I'm not calling it come out game. Let me explain to you what happened. All right, you don't put Josh Norman on the guy for some reason, even though when Josh Norman was playing them, he still caught some balls, but they were all short.
Right.
You put a guy in Dunbar on him who hadn't practiced all week because he has nerve damage in his leg and he can't run. If you saw when he made the 97-yard catch,
right,
he was basically limping after him. And Jay Gruden kept the dude in the game.
More reason why Gruden should not be coaching.
Then he was on Fabian Moreau was on him. I don't know if this is true, but to my eye, Fabian Moreau must have a 100% completion rate on him. He's the worst fucking cornerback I've ever seen in my life.
It was bad.
So I'm not giving Cooper props. We just have a horrible secondary.
Yeah. Now, Washington's going to take some heat right now for claiming Reuben Foster off of waivers from the 49ers.
Right.
Now, anyone who's been following the news, Reuben Foster was arrested for a second time on domestic violence charges, okay? Now, granted, the accuser has flip-flopped not once but twice with her story.
And she got somebody locked up falsely
yes,
for the same thing and got her ass in jail because of it.
Correct. But at the end of the day,
right,
the investigation's still pending. The arrest is just November 24th. That's last week.
Yeah,
okay,
at the team hotel.
And considering
what the fuck is she doing at the
hotel? But that being said, in today's climate, the minute you put domestic violence in there, you should not be picking up anyone off of waivers. Okay, that you already got enough heat with bad coaching and bad execution in Washington D.C., a bad front office, a fucked up field, and you're gonna bring this heat on you.
Yeah, I'm fine with them getting Reuben Foster. I'll tell you why. Now you're right about everything about the heat being crazy and all of that. But what if he didn't do it? Then we got a cheap balling ass linebacker,
right,
for nothing.
Maybe, but
like you said, witnesses said what?
We'll see what happens. I just think that's a messed up move for them.
Well, who else was gonna? What was he gonna do? He gonna be out the league for something he ain't do?
At least let the investigation be finished.
No
one was gonna claim him. No one else put in a claim for this man.
Okay, so let's just say he winds up being innocent, all right?
Then it looks like a brilliant move.
And that's what I'm saying. Okay. That's what I'm saying. The only bad thing about this is if he did it and we're taking the heat for it.
Right.
That's the only bad move. If he did it, we just cut him.
Well, stay tuned because I'm sure it's not going to take too long for this investigation to be completed. Last but not least, I don't think Shermer is making it to the 29th season with the Giants. Not after what I saw against Philly.
Really? After 1 year?
Okay. Here's my point. Giants had that game in the bag. Okay? All right, fine. Eli threw an ill-advised pass at the end of this first half that got picked off. All right? At the end of the day, Saquon Barkley didn't touch the ball the entire second half. The entire second half. 4 touches. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay? That's inexcusable, and the head coach has to know better.
Yeah, it didn't seem like he gave a good explanation afterwards.
At all. The man's not hurt. He's not in the game. He's got his helmet on. He's standing on the sideline, twiddling his thumbs.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's out there looking on the field like, what the hell's going on? Why am I not in there?
He gave the old Jay Gruden penalties excuse. Penalties stop the drive.
Penalties, no. Your man had almost 100 yards rushing in the first half alone. Okay? Why is he not playing in the second half if he ain't hurt? That completely destroyed the offensive rhythm they had. They couldn't make a first down to save their life after that because now the defense can go, well, we can stack the box. And that's exactly what happened.
Because Goldman wasn't doing much.
Okay? So, I'm sorry. If he's coaching the Giants in 2019, because this isn't the first time this happened.
Oh, it's not the first time
it's not the first time. He pulled this in the New Orleans Saints game. Now, whether we would have won that game or not, the entire first half, as a matter of fact, the first series, boom, 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 they're in stride going down. Then all of a sudden they changed the play calling. They couldn't get a first down to save their life after that. And New Orleans defense is not really that good. I just seen it too much this year.
All right. I don't know if you...
I don't know who they get to replace him.
Hardcore, dude.
But I'm just saying, if this keeps happening, I mean, they got no shot against Chicago's defense this weekend. I don't care who's starting in the center for Chicago. You got the beast Khalil Mack coming after Eli. They're going to have fucking 50 sacks by the end of that game.
Yeah. Well, Eli's a because Eli just jumps right on the ground.
Exactly.
He don't want no action.
He got PTSD at this point, I think.
Yeah.
I can't blame him.
Me either.
I'd curl up and die too.
Man.
You see why we call it the Sports Rant. That's it. Thanks again. Hit us down below. Let us know if you like. Give us a subscribe. Hit us back with some intel, some questions. We're glad to participate that way. In the meantime, peace and love. Take care. Enjoy the championship games this weekend.
Yeah,
we'll talk
see
to
you
you
next
soon.
week.